In the midst of every crisis lies opportunity, a wise sentiment from Albert Einstein. Times of disruption to the status quo of our everyday lives opens up a gateway to innovation through empathy as we learn who we are. This very gateway was perfectly reflected as COVID-19 tore apart our status quo, disrupting nearly every aspect of what we know. One interesting change deriving from the impacts of the pandemic lies in our economy, as millions of Americans left the workforce at the highest rates in history. The Great Resignation is one of the most impactful economic crises we face today, as record amounts of jobs are open while still maintaining a large population of eligible workers not participating in the workforce. The problem? People are quitting their jobs at exponential rates. Over 4.5 million Americans since March 2020. The impact of high employee turnover is detrimental. On average, 50% of an employee's salary is the price of replacing that employee should they decide to leave. But why are people leaving their jobs? The answer is simple: culture. Employment is so much more, especially to younger generations, than collecting a paycheck. Stability is only tied with culture at the forefront of their needs in employment. It is about creating a meaningful, lasting impact on their communities. Culture matters, and by default, so do values. So that begs the question, how do we promote value-based hiring to create long-lasting, meaningful employment in today's young professionals? UW Whitewater and Actis is carefully curating a platform to do just that. In partnership with Showreel, a video interviewing platform made by Sabir Bhatia, founder of Hotmail, we are working diligently to create a system to pair employees and employers on the things that matter, value and culture. Our platform, a web-based program, will serve as the intersection of all professional job-seeking platforms. It is comprised of two parts: employee profiles and value matching assessments. The employee profile revolutionizes the way employers look at employees. With an integrative and interactive user face, the employee's passions, projects, and goals are clearly outlined. This comprehensive, interactive digital resume serves as a way to market you as you. The value matching assessment program works to find an employee's perfect match in an employer. We are prototyping a system that, through market research, we have identified to be deciding factors in whether or not an employee stays at a company. Those factors are career development, core values, work environment, and benefits and rewards. Moving forward with the project, we are looking to take small steps to validate the project at its core. In doing this, we are going to be testing this value-based hiring with 100 real companies and 500 students, all enrolled in post-secondary schools. Each student will be matched with an employer based on their responses to the assessment through Showreel. The student will then shadow a day in that position. At the end of the day, they will be surveyed about their thoughts on the culture and their fit to the company. We are dedicated to promoting the high expectations for employers and young professionals. We are planning to partner with higher education facilities to serve as an asynchronous job fair service to do so. This project is highly scalable. Nextin and education facilities alike are dedicated to ingraining the professional advancement of young professionals. Those shared values create a perfect alignment for partnerships. All projects from the project are reinvested to work and grow the project, making this business model inherently sustainable and self-sufficient. We are dedicated to our mission, creating a workforce that is driven by values and social responsibility. The impact of our project is exponential. The impacts are reduced turnover rates, meaningful employment, and increased expectations of social responsibility on employers. As a result of our impacts, we touch on several United Nations Sustainable Development Goals, creating a socially driven venture with massive amounts of potential. Number 8, decent work and economic growth. By decreasing turnover rates and increasing expectations on employers, we are promoting a self-sustaining, socially responsible economy. Number 3, health and well-being. By creating long-lasting, meaningful employment, each employee's well-being is prioritized and emphasized on an individual basis. Number 4, quality education. As professional development of young professionals is ingrained into the expectations of firms, education is pushed at the forefront of priorities when it comes to employment. Number 10, reduced inequalities, and number 5, gender equality. Value-based hiring reduces stigma from the hiring process, making employee-employer matches purely on true fit, promoting workplace equality. UW-Whitewater Enactus is dedicated to creating a more meaningful, inclusive, and socially responsible workforce in the face of a new crisis, the Great Resignment. Our prototype process promotes the well-being and longevity of employment and streamlines the hiring process in the act of it. In the midst of every crisis lies opportunity, and this is our opportunity to create a better world, one step at a time.